Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Ramadan Life with Hasna. One of the really cool things about making these videos is that as I continue, I can look back and I can see, I can see what I was doing. I can get a feel of my emotions at that time. And it's also going to be fascinating to see the growth, because I know that eventually I will want to have an intro. I will sit down and take the time to not just make raw videos about what's going on at this moment or what's going on in my mind, but sometimes focusing more on a particular subject. So I feel that calling, I feel that need to be doing that very soon. Today is day 2 of Chiang Mai, eating raw foods in this 10-day Chiang Mai challenge. Of course, I've been here longer, but now I'm finally getting into a certain rhythm, a certain pace, and part of that is because I'm not looking at myself as, or comparing myself to those people who are tourists or those who are here on vacation. And so their goal is, in a short period of time, they want to get as much enjoyment. You know, they want to go on the adventure tours, they want to do the zip lining, they want to hang out with the elephants, they want to hang out maybe with the baby tigers, which I want to do that too, to be honest, and the elephants and the zip lining. You know, they're going to Pai, which is apparently a must-see place to go, or a must, what is the word? How do you say it? A must-see? Must go. You gotta go there. Gotta go to Pai. Yeah, so, but for me right now, I'm not vacationing. I'm not a tourist right now. I'm living my life, and I have certain goals, and those goals necessitate at times a focus, or even a quiet, or being to myself at times, even though I am meeting new people all the time and enjoying meeting new people all the time. So right now, I did pretty well today, starting off my day with teas, Jiao Galan, an adaptogen, reishi. I had ginger. I had a nice mixture of teas and herbs that I took to start off my day, and also some chlorella tablets. And then I went into smoothies, and the rest of the day is basically going to be smoothies. My stand closed early because there's going to be a football game, so I just bought them ahead of time, told her what I wanted, and a little while ago put them in the fridge so I can have them. Today I did add banana, and I wanted to see how my body feels with that. And the reality is, banana is heavier. You can feel it when you drink it, that it's just going to take more for your body to process it, as opposed to when you have something that's not as dense, something that is water-based, and you feel like it's just fresh, it's light, it's nourishing you, and your body isn't going to have to do as much to process it. So tomorrow I might go back to not doing the banana, just feeling the difference in how my body reacts. I'm excited because tomorrow is going to be my first lesson in massage class in Thailand. I'm going to be studying at a place that was recommended to me called Ong's Thai Massage School. This is their brochure, Ong's. And I think my first course, or my first class, is going to be in reflexology and learning how to make a 1-hour massage for the feet, targeting all of the meridian points. I know that I also am going to be, inshallah, God willing, with Allah's permission and help, I'm going to be taking courses in pregnancy massage, courses that teach mothers how to give their babies a 10-minute massage or so, because touch is so important. Touch is vital for us to thrive. And it starts from when you're a baby, that you want that you need that, and that the more you receive that, it does shape who you are, it does shape your personality. And I know that I don't remember exactly how I was as a baby, but I do know that I was loved, I do know that I was cherished. And specifically, it stands out for me or stands out to me the connection with my grandmother and how she loved touch, and she knew that she also not just wanted to give it, but I think needed it herself. Even when she was diagnosed with dementia and had Alzheimer's, I remember she was moved from her bedroom upstairs to using the dining room and putting the hospital bed there. And I remember how she would ask me, she would say, "Come lay next to me, come lay down next to me." And that was something that even when I was a little girl, I just knew I could just lay next to my grandmother and I could be held by my grandmother. And I don't want to get emotional. I miss that to this day, you know, having that closeness, having that connection, that nurturing, that doesn't want anything else but to give and to feel that mutual love. And it's sad because a lot of people will put themselves in situations. I came across something called the Cuddle Sanctuary, and it's this woman who wanted to bring about that type of contact and give that as a service for people, but outside of a sexual context, because she realized in her own life, in different relationships, she was sometimes putting herself in a situation to have a sexual relationship, wanting that to lead to well, I wouldn't say the meat and potatoes, but wanting it to lead up to what she really wanted, which was to be held, to be cuddled, to be close to someone. Now, mind you, there's times when people don't just want to cuddle, like they actually do want more than cuddling, but I just think that's something that is neglected, and it can be highly sexualized also. So depending on your background, it may be strange to cuddle a friend, while for someone else it may be really normal. It's like, oh, come here, and you just, you know, have someone that you can hug and be close to. So I think we all need that. We all need touch. We all need it, whether it's in that form, whether it's massage, whether it's just your relatives, or you know, getting a hug from someone. Like, I love hugs. I love giving hugs. I love long hugs. You know, the ones where you just, no one's trying to let go too fast. Anyway, I'm getting a little tongue-tied. So, all that to say, touch is important. Touch is vital. Are you having enough touch in your life? Like, that's something that I would like to know from those of you who are listening, watching, and yeah, is touch something that you feel you have enough of? What are some things that you might do when you notice or realize that you don't have enough of that in your life? I'd really be interested to know. One of the reasons why, as I mentioned before in another video, that I made this channel is because I want to put out that energy and these ideas of what I love and what is truly passionate, what I'm truly passionate about in my life. And putting it out there can then attract and bring those people into my life who are also, or in this world I should say, who are also similar. And we can connect on that. And for me, the difficulty that I'm having right now as I'm starting this channel, and it's definitely, as you can tell, in the beginning, it's just raw. There's no montage, there's no intro, there's no editing going on. It's just, bam, this is what it is. And while I know that I want to develop it into something a little cleaner, a little more focused, there's so many things that I'm passionate about in the areas of creative expression, such as I love poetry, I love writing, I love painting. These are aspects of myself that have always been there, and as long as I have my faculties, inshallah, that they will continue to be there. When it comes to movement, I feel not as alive and not as amazing when I'm not moving as much. So whether it's biking or running as fast as I can, even if it's just for 10 seconds, but running as fast as I can, if it's going to the gym and lifting weights or doing some resistance training, if it's rollerblading, my issue has been consistency lately, or that in my life, consistency has been an issue, but when I do it, I feel amazing and I love it. And so I want to talk about that. I want to connect with people on that. When it comes to my beliefs and looking at different teachings, looking at different concepts of spirituality, and seeing that Islam, which is so beautiful and so in its true form, so balanced, and it contains that which can nourish the soul, that which can cleanse the heart and the mind, that which can bring divine connection and human compassion, and all of that is present, and yet it's absent in the mainstream. You see the teachings of Buddhism put forward. You see the teachings of Jesus, peace be upon him, put forward. You see that many people are aware of like certain teachings, I would say, in Judaism or Kabbalah, but even that's a bit more esoteric. But Islam is not placed into the mainstream, and most people are not aware of what the Quran teaches. They're not aware of who really is the creator through the Islamic lens. They're not aware of Prophet Muhammad and how he was so progressive in many ways, how he was a support to the women, how he was so exemplary in the treatment of his wives and those in his life and on every level. So meanwhile, I mean, if you look at his life, you see that he was one of the most, according to this man who wrote The 100, Michael H. Hart, who's a white separatist. So a man who is a white separatist, which means that he believes that white people should only be with themselves, people of European descent should only marry amongst themselves, should only be around their own people. So think a little bit about his mentality. But when he did the research for the top 100 most influential people in the history of mankind, he said that he had to put Prophet Muhammad as number one, because there was no man who had had the level of influence over in the political arena as well as the religious arena, both together. So why is it that we always hear about Napoleon, or we always hear about Alexander the Great, or, you know, there's certain individuals, we always hear their names, but they're not as influential as Muhammad was over the entire world. And so I feel that one of my missions is to bring that forward and to let others know the beauty that is there, that I feel they've been denied for many reasons, including geopolitical reasons. So that's a theme also that is encompassed, and that's why I picked the name Ramadan. Really it's Ramadan, but meaning Ramadan is included in there because that month is a sacred month that embodies and encompasses all of the ideal principles that are in Islam. The aspect of community, the aspect of spiritual cleansing, the aspect of staying away from things that are usually permissible, things that are usually our everyday, but so that we can get to a higher level. There's just so many themes and so many concepts in Ramadan that should be part of our life. And then the whole concept of rawness, the whole idea of rawness, being raw, being real, stripping the surface matters, getting back to the origins. And that is what nourishes us, whether it's in relationships, whether it's in speech, whether it's in the food that we eat. Going back to my challenge right now. So there's all of these themes, and I'm just sorting through the best way to present them in a manner that is clear and concise and most beneficial to myself and to others. So it's a process. And for now, I am in Thailand, in Chiang Mai, doing my raw challenge for myself, starting with massage tomorrow, and thinking about my purpose. Not the general purpose that I believe I'm here for, that I'm going to return back to the one who created me, and that how I live in this life does have a effect on the life of my eternal soul. No, not just that, but my specific mission, me, Hasna, what it is that I am on this earth to do, what it is that I have been blessed with of gifts, of abilities, of awarenesses, and how to disseminate that, how to share that. And I was talking to my mother, and I was explaining to her that there are certain things that I might do. I'm not going to recommend that to others, but sometimes I need experiences that are outside of the norm for someone who comes from a background that was pretty much, it sounds strange to say it, but pretty much an orthodox Islamic background. That's just me. I have to explore, I have to see, I have to feel, I have to immerse myself. And it may be that I feel the need to talk to and look into certain teachings and see what is it that makes people drawn to that, or certain environments. What is it that feeds people in that particular time? What are they getting from that? And how can we give it to them in a manner that is more conducive to their higher self? Sounds a bit abstract right now, but in the future I will be more focused, more specific. And yeah, so I just want to put this out there. If any of you benefited from anything that I said, if anything resonated, please let me know. I truly love to connect with all of you. I truly appreciate all of your comments, all of your input, any questions that you have. I'm here for the purpose of opening up discussion, opening up dialogue. Yeah, and so don't forget, if that's the case, if there's benefit, like and subscribe and leave some comments below. Peace and blessings to all of you. Life is good. Life is beautiful. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.